Welcome to Verbal Peak Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. Today we got a special guest on the line, and this brother Jacory, and he's going to speak to you all about Easy Tech, which I find Easy Tech and what it pertains is something beneficial to elderly people, including my mom, and the reason being is because in today's world, everything is technical. Everything is emails. You hardly ever see anyone mailing out a envelope and putting the stamp on it. They just shoot an email or a text, and a lot of times, especially insurance companies, they want you to go digital. So if, say, for instance, if you're living in Washington, D.C., and your parents are living in Houston, then that means that you might not be able to come back and forth to your home state to see after them. You might just shoot them an email, or companies might shoot them an email, and you can check on it, or y'all can send it back and forth to each other and communicate that way. So it's very important that they be abreast upon this latest technology. So, Brother Jacory, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Brother Muhammad, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I am honored, to be part of the Everyday People cast here. I know that you have some pretty, smart people to come through your show, and again, I'm just honored, to be one of the ones chosen.
And definitely, well, because we do a segment of service, and I had people come on the show, and they would tell a story that they've been through, hoping that it would help others ease their pain and suffering or make life better. And that's basically what Everyday People is about, is because we want to make life better for our fellow man and woman. And so describe Easy Tech and how can it make life better for the elderly.
Great, and I can describe this, and it's so simple. And so let me flash back to a story. Let's say last year, my grandfather, we got him a new device, for Christmas. It's a holiday season, and of course, everyone is opening up new gifts. Everyone is happy. So my grandfather has this new device, right? Mm-hmm. So what we do is me and my little sister, we show my grandfather how to utilize this device. But then, it falls short. We teach him. He's learning. He knows how to use the device while we're there. But then, no sooner than we leave, we're getting calls. And my grandfather has questions about how to use the device. Well, see, this is where I got the idea from Easy Tech. So what Easy Tech does is we're a company, and we go out and we tutor, and we technology tutor to those individuals who may not be technological, sort of say, savvy, tech savvy. And how we help them is that we basically diagnose all their issues that they're having with the device with questionnaires that we give, and we help them from there. And we know that some people have different starting levels, and so, but we all teach from the ground up, from the basics of the phone, as if let's say for a figure of speech from a kindergarten level up to a level of profession of learning how to use the device as far as being tech savvy.
Okay.
This ranged from. Go ahead.
No, the question was, what about if they have what if they're an entrepreneur, they have a business? Can you show them how their business can be better, efficient?
That's a great question, Brother Muhammad. So with Easy Tech, the reason why we tutor in technology is because we know that technology is becoming more and more advanced every day. And so the new devices are being released, but there's a certain age group of individuals who cannot utilize the full functions of the phones because they don't have the knowledge, or they did not grow up in a generation to where technology is basically a necessity.
Right.
And so what we do is we educate them on how to utilize the device to the best of their advantage in the field that they're in. Whether someone enjoys it, to be connected with their family and friends on Facebook, or they want to use it for entrepreneur advancements, as far as like checking emails or opening up Excel PowerPoints on the phone. and stuff of that sort as well. We get pretty advanced with it,
Okay.
but we like to start out at the intermediate area.
Mm-hmm.
It's wherever the person is at on their device. If they need anything, we are always able to show and teach them.
Great. Now, in a few, we're going to get your information for those that are interested. They can contact you all. But one thing that's very important is the fact that Americans are living longer now, and so that means that a system like this is so important to where you have to take this serious, because you're gonna have to maintain as we move further into life and as we get further into this technological digital age, because it's like for the elderly, it's like speaking Greek almost. They don't know a lot of things that people know. They don't know a lot of things to compete in this digital system. So when you talk the lingo, they don't even know what you're talking about, but they have to, because age, you're living longer, your Social Security is being digitalized now. And so you have to know what you're doing, because it's a matter of safety and your security. And so,
and this is exactly correct. And so that's why Easy Tech, we offer one-on-one classes for the individual who is more advanced in the utilizing of their devices, whether it be phone, tablet, or computers. And then we also have more sort of like lecture courses for the individuals who are starting out on a lower level of knowledge.
Right.
And, we cater to all.
Right. Now, Brother Corey, what's going to happen is I can see this, and you would have to, and this is on me, but I would like to see this be a part of their insurance, for as Medicaid, Medicare, as far as supplemental on their insurance, because it keeps their minds fresh, brains focused, and this should be a program that should be sponsored by the government.
Yes, and this is true. This is something that I deeply believe myself, and that's why me and the rest of the staff at Easy Tech, we're working hard day and night trying to get that established to where Medicare or the person's insurance provider is able to pay for that, because we do understand how this has now became a necessity in the world that we live in today.
Correct. Now,
as far as going through everyday life.
That's absolutely. Now, as far as people getting in contact with you, what's the best source of communication that they can contact you on, whether it be social media or whatever?
The best way to contact us would honestly be via email. Okay. Since we are, a technology tutoring company, and for the elderly, we tend to market towards that specific area. We know that if we're trying to teach an individual on how to use a device, mm-hmm. it may not be beneficial for them to go to Instagram and to find us on the page, or go to Facebook and to find us on the page.
Right.
And so that's why we're very simple. We're a very simple company, family owned, and you can always contact us via phone number, and that phone number will be 346-232-5047, and you can hit us on the email at easytechtutoring@gmail.com.
Okay, now once again, you're listening to Mr. Jacory with Easy Tech, who's providing a service for our elderly. We all love our elderly. We love our moms, our dads. We want them to be protected. We want them to have the best and latest information, because we know that information is power, and without it, you're lost. So please take in consideration the importance of this business and things that can help our elderly. Sit back and ponder over it, and think about your mom and your dad, and think about how they still was trying to hold on to the old old flip phones and old Nokia phones because they couldn't keep up when the Blackberries came out, then the iPhones and the Androids, and you might have laughed at them and was like, when you going to trade that phone in and get you something new? But a lot of times they're stuck in their ways. But nowadays it's very critical for you to be up to date with the latest technology because everyone is moving towards that way to conduct business. And if you're not abreast with this new technology, you will be lost. I mean, you will be on an island on your own, looking crazy because you didn't keep up with what's in right now. And this might be stage one. As time continues to march forward, it'll be a level 2, level 3, level 4. So you want to make sure that you maintain right now because you don't want to be on level 1 trying to catch up to level 5. And you're just making the climb even harder for yourselves. And hope y'all understand the meaning of the metaphor. But still, make sure you get in touch with Easy Tech and understand that this is something vital. This is not something as just gimmicky or, something that's not important. This will sustain your life. This is something that needs to be discussed and it needs to be implemented in your everyday life because, trust me, this is the wave of the future. Don't get left behind.
I totally agree with that message, Brother Muhammad. That was very powerful and touching as well. And in fact, some of our customers will even say that Easy Tech has been a lifesaver for them. I mean, think about it. We have grandparents and great grandparents, and what if they have a medical emergency and they can't reach anyone at the time because they don't know how to utilize that device?
Right.
This is where Easy Tech comes in order to teach them and educate them on how to use it so that they can always reach a loved one for either to stay connected with them or for, something that is, life or death situation.
Right. Well, you have a method to where you can teach them to where they're comfortable and they don't feel agitated or anxiety kicks in. You teach them in a way to where it's peaceful, it's friendly, they can sit back and relax and take in the information.
Yes, Brother Muhammad. I've actually been inside of the field of technology and communication for the past 10 years. I have an extensive background working with some of the largest technology companies, such as Apple, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Best Buy and Geek Squad, itself. And so my knowledge is pretty extensive on that. And majority of our staffs are government educators, as far as working with the school district. And so, we all have the patience and we all have the knowledge and the key behaviors needed in order to instruct someone on how to utilize their devices to the fullest.
Okay, that's wonderful that there's people out here who still cares and who still wants to see good in this world. And we thank you for the heart that you have, man, to where you didn't turn your back on the elderly and leave them behind.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Thank you for that, brother.
Thank you for having me, Brother Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure.
And before we close out, that phone number and email address one more time.
So you can reach Easy Tech by the phone number of 346-232-5047, or you can hit us on the email at Easy Tech Tutoring. It's spelled the exact way that it sounds, EASYTECH, tutoring@gmail.com.
Thank you for being on the show. Look, everybody out there, y'all get in touch with this man. It's Christmas time's coming up. Black Friday is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. Matter of fact, Thanksgiving is this week. You're going to see your loved ones, your elderly, have this discussion. It'll be it'll be a great time to have this discussion because everybody will be home for the holidays.
And happy holidays to all.
And happy holidays, y'all. Thanks for being on the show, brother. We out.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.